shocking news came from one of the members of the global K-pop group, BTS, Jungkook. This time, it was not about his musical work or his appearance on stage, but rather an incident that shook the public. The food poisoning case that befell Jungkook, the youngest member of the global K-pop group BTS, has opened a new chapter in the discussion about the treatment of young soldiers in the South Korean military. This incident not only shook BTS fans, but also raised deep questions about the military system, bullying, and abuse of power that may be hidden behind the walls of the military camp. The allegation that a senior soldier deliberately put a dangerous substance into Jungkook's food raises big questions. Was this action the result of a personal conflict, or did it reflect a broader pattern of bullying within the military structure? The fact that the perpetrator had a history of disciplinary action further strengthens speculation that this was not an isolated incident that occurred in the military environment. In this situation, attention is also drawn to the military's supervision system, which seems to have significant gaps. Jungkook, who is currently serving as a cook, seems to be a victim of a rigid hierarchical culture, where senior soldiers often use their power over juniors. The existing supervision system should have been able to prevent incidents like this from happening, but the reality shows the opposite. The involvement of Jungkook's doctor also adds to the complexity of this case. The police's move to interrogate the doctor raises suspicions that there may have been medical negligence or even an attempt to manipulate the evidence. The public wonders, is this interrogation part of an effort to find the truth, or just a diversion from a bigger issue? The involvement of Jungkook's doctor in this case is an element that attracts attention. The police's move to interrogate the doctor suggests that there is something more complex in solving this case. Speculations have emerged, ranging from allegations of medical negligence to the possibility of manipulation of evidence. These questions show how important transparency is in the legal process to reveal the real facts. The hierarchical culture in the South Korean military environment has also come under sharp scrutiny. This system often creates an imbalance in power relations between senior and junior soldiers. In this situation, Jungkook, who is still young and new to military service, seems to be a victim of a system that allows arbitrary behavior. This case provides a clear picture of the need for reform to create a safer and fairer military environment. Not only that, the pressure faced by young soldiers under this hierarchical system is exacerbated by Jungkook's status as a global celebrity. His popularity may trigger jealousy or hatred from certain parties. This additional pressure shows how important a stricter oversight system is to prevent arbitrary actions in the military environment. The military's reaction to this case also raises questions. Although the perpetrator has been punished, the perpetrator's history of disciplinary action shows weaknesses in the evaluation and oversight system. Has the institution failed to detect and prevent risky behavior among its personnel? Meanwhile, global support for Jungkook continues to pour in. Army, BTS fans, along with other public figures and celebrities, have made this case a symbol of solidarity to demand justice. The number Justice for Jungkook campaign has not only highlighted this incident, but also echoed an important message about the need for protection for young soldiers in the military environment. This viral hashtag has become a symbol of a larger social movement. It reflects the seriousness of the public's attention to this case and the demand for transparency in the legal process. However, the question remains, will this public pressure be enough to push for systemic reform in the military environment? Jungkook's improving physical condition is hopeful, but the mental trauma he experienced cannot be ignored. Incidents like these can leave a deep impact, both personally and professionally. Full recovery requires comprehensive support, both medically and psychologically. Furthermore, this case has opened the eyes of many to the urgent need for cultural reform in the military. A rigid hierarchical culture is often the root cause of bullying. This cultural change takes time and commitment, but it is a crucial step to protect all military personnel. Speculation about a possible conspiracy behind the incident has also grown. Unusual measures taken during the investigation, such as questioning doctors, have raised the possibility that other parties may have been involved. If this is true, then this case is not just about the actions of one perpetrator, but about a broader systemic failure. Criticism of the military's oversight system has grown louder since the incident. The public believes that the current system is not strong enough to protect young soldiers from the threat of bullying or abuse of power. Strong and concrete reform measures are urgently needed to address this problem. In addition, this case raises deep questions about how the South Korean military will restore its reputation in the eyes of the public. This incident has tarnished the institution's image, both domestically and internationally. Transparent and accountable actions are essential to restore public trust. Reputational restoration is not only about punishing the perpetrator, but also about providing support to the victim. This support must include physical, mental, and emotional recovery, so that the victim can move on with her life without the shadow of trauma haunting her. The perpetrator's motives in this act are also still being debated. Some speculate that jealousy or resentment of Jungkook's status as a global celebrity was the main driver, while others see a more complex power dynamic behind the incident. The pressures Jungkook faced as a young soldier and public figure may have been a factor in his extreme actions. While Jungkook's physical condition is reportedly improving, the mental trauma he experienced cannot be ignored. The incident has had a profound impact not only on him personally, but also on his fan community, ARMY, who have continued to voice their support with the hashtag #Justice for Jungkook. The campaign has become a symbol of global solidarity for justice and systemic change. The case also highlights the need for major reforms within the South Korean military. If a global celebrity like Jungkook can be a victim of bullying, what about other young soldiers who do not have much influence behind them? Reforming the hierarchical culture and strengthening the oversight system are urgently needed to ensure a safe and fair military environment for all soldiers. Global support for Jungkook continues to pour in, from fans, public figures, and other celebrities. The campaign has not only highlighted the injustices Jungkook experienced, but has also opened the world's eyes to the abuses that often occur in the military. The media has played a crucial role in keeping this case from sinking, but they must be careful not to make things worse for the victims. In addition to punishing the perpetrators, it is important to ensure that the victims receive adequate support, both in the form of medical care and psychological counseling. Recovery is not just about physical health, but also about restoring the victim's sense of security and self-confidence, which may have been damaged by this incident. If managed well, this case could provide momentum for broader change. Cultural reform and strengthening laws against bullying would benefit not only the military environment, but society as a whole. This case is a reminder that global solidarity and support can be powerful tools for demanding change. Ultimately, Jungkook's incident is not just about him as an individual, but also reflects a systemic problem that requires special attention. The world now waits to see whether the South Korean government will answer the call for change or let this incident pass like so many others before it. One thing is for sure, justice for Jungkook is about ensuring that a similar case never happens again.
That you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear